A reading from the Gospel of Matthew. Jesus said to the 12 disciples, "A disciple is not above the teacher, nor a slave above the master. It is enough for the disciple to be like the teacher, and the slave like the master. If they have called the master of the house Beelzebul, how much more will they malign those of his household? So have no fear of them. For nothing is covered up that will not be uncovered, and nothing secret that will not become known. What I say to you in the dark, tell in the light, and what you hear whispered, proclaim from the housetops. Do not fear those who kill the body, but cannot kill the soul. Rather, fear him who can destroy both soul and body in hell. Are not 2 sparrows sold for a penny? Yet not one of them will fall to the ground apart from your Father. And even the hairs of your head are all counted. So do not be afraid. You are of more value than many sparrows. Everyone, therefore, who acknowledges me before others, I also will acknowledge before my Father in heaven. But whoever denies me before others, I also will deny before my Father in heaven. Do not think that I have come to bring peace to the earth. I have not come to bring peace, but a sword. For I have come to set a man against his father, and a daughter against her mother, and a daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And one's foes will be members of one's own household. Whoever loves father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. And whoever loves son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. And whoever does not take up the cross and follow me is not worthy of me. Those who find their life will lose it, and those who lose their life for my sake will find it." Greetings, children and families of St. Michael's. For those of you who haven't already gotten to meet me in one of our other digital spaces, my name is Rachel. I just recently graduated from seminary and was ordained a deacon. And I will be with y'all for most of this summer. So I look forward to getting to talk with y'all more about Jesus and Scripture and what is being revealed in the Word. So this morning, I want to talk to you about this reading from Matthew. Now, we've got a lot of stuff going on in this passage, but I really want to focus at what I think the heart of it is. And that comes across in 2 specific verses. First, what I say to you in the dark, tell in the light, and what you hear whispered, proclaim from the housetops. Everyone, therefore, who acknowledges me before others, I also will acknowledge before my Father in heaven. So, what's going on here? And why am I focusing on these 2 parts of the passage? Well, first off, it's important to understand that this scripture reading is Jesus addressing his disciples and all the crowds that have gathered to listen to him. And he's trying to encourage them and tell them to not be afraid, that these things that they're hearing whispered about, they need to shout from the rooftops. And see, this was important because there was a lot of people that didn't want to hear what they had to say. And sharing the message could be something that might be divisive. But Jesus is reminding them that it doesn't matter if it's scary. The most important thing is sharing what is going on here in our hearts. And that's that secret, that quiet thing being whispered in the dark that we're supposed to proclaim. It's this movement in our hearts of the message of Jesus. And that message is something so special, we should want to tell everybody about it and not be afraid of what might happen if we do. So, to kind of open this up a little bit for y'all, I wanted to share with you something that I love to tell people about. So, if you look behind me, you can see some awesome ponies. And the reason I'm showing you these ponies is because for me, horses are something that I love. I have had horses and I ride horses and I love being around horses. Whenever I'm having a bad day or I'm worried or afraid, I can see one of these horses and I know that everything is better and it brings me comfort in my heart. And so, because it makes me so excited, I love to tell people about horses and how much I love them. And that's kind of like what we're supposed to tell people about Jesus. because we can feel the way that Jesus affects us, the way that Jesus comforts us, and that's a message that everybody should get to hear about. So, even if it feels scary, we should go up on the rooftops and proclaim this thing that is so affirming and encouraging in our lives. And so, I want to encourage y'all this week to maybe try and share something about Jesus with somebody in your life. Maybe it's a sibling or a family member outside of your house, or maybe it's a neighbor. But the most important thing is that we get to talk to people about the things that we know about Jesus. And we don't hide them. We don't just keep them quiet inside of us. We go out and we proclaim it, even though it might be scary, because Jesus is calling us to be strong and bold and to acknowledge who Jesus is in our life. And that is such a message of hope and joy to be shared with the world. And I hope that each of you get to do that this week. Thanks for letting me spend some time with you and share with you my love of horses and my love of Jesus. And I look forward to talking with you again.